YouTube just announced that on the 13th of August, they'll be rolling out their AI age estimation model, and they released a video saying how it would work. And your favorite creators like Mr. Beast are quiet, though they're gonna lose a huge portion of their audience. He doesn't seem to care about us, the masses. Let's break everything down. But please do like and subscribe, that way word about this can spread, as well as it also really helps. Since YouTube is actively trying to take down my video, subscribing would really help, thanks. So now, for those who don't know, I'm gonna brief you through everything the Online Safety Act is all about and how it involves YouTube. And at the end, I'll also show you YouTube's official response and how you can avoid it and exactly how their AI system is going to work. So for those who don't know, the Online Safety Act was released about 2 weeks ago, where in countries like the UK and even in Australia, and it's gonna move over to the US very soon, especially in platforms like YouTube. Currently, the UK has reportedly blocked internet access to everything from SpongeBob GIFs to Spotify playlists, and even talking about certain topics will get your content banned. So since the child safety provisions contained within the online safety community took effect on the 25th of July, web service providers have been forced to institute high effective age verification measures to prevent children from accessing harmful content. But as we all know, this really isn't about the kids at all, but rather, it's a move in order to gain absolute control of your entire digital footprint, meaning that you would no longer be able to do anything anonymously on the internet, which is destroying the entire point of privacy. So the Online Safety Act also banned websites from being LGBT friendly, Reddits on helping you stop certain actions, and even websites on patterns for beadwork. And it's very, very awful. So you can see currently in the UK, people can't access these websites, like now even Reddit and even this one as well. So it's essentially very, very bad. And the worst part is that this has trickled into YouTube. So there's a petition currently going on calling for the repeal of the UK's Online Safety Act. And it's currently growing, and it's reaching over 500,000 signatures. While it's still 500,000 signatures, it's still worrying that the UK is doing this. And very soon, this is going to be global. So do not think that you are safe just because you are not in any of these countries. We do need to stand up for our right. So if you can see, due to new local laws, we are temporarily restricting access to this content until X estimates your age. So the policy has really started getting adopted, and on the 13th of August, YouTube is going to take charge and join you. As you can see, your favorite influencers are keeping silent. So if you go on Mr. Beast's profile, you can see that he's just bothered about his Team Water donation. So he isn't concerned. And that's because YouTube is currently paying him, and he knows that if he dares to speak up against YouTube, that YouTube will no longer give as much sponsorships as he would. But come on. I seriously didn't expect him to be dead silent about everything that is going on with YouTube and its AI policy, because in truth, he would lose a lot of his followers, actually, if they do implement this law. And before you say I didn't search, I literally searched right here. And you can literally find nothing about Mr. Beast talking about the mess that is going to happen on the 13th of August, which is very, very bad. So even Penguin Zero, who always talks about topics like this, hasn't really made any video on it except for this one about the censorship situation that is going on with MasterCard and Visa. But other than that, I don't think that he has actually talked directly about what is going on or what will happen on YouTube on the 13th, which is very, very bad. So up until this moment, the only time that you needed to upload your image or a video of yourself or your card was when you were to get the advanced feature. But this was if you were a YouTube creator, where you either needed to do video verification or have a valid ID, or you build up channel history. That was the only time, and you could get access to things like content ID claims and live streams and so on, and you could upload more. That was the only time that it was needed, and that was if you were a creator. But now, when the 13th of August reaches, every single person that gets flagged as underage by an AI that is probably not good, meaning at the end of the day, we may all end up having to submit our ID cards or video verification, which is just adding to the power that they want to have and the control that they wish to have. So this is their response. So here it is, a response video, and you access it when you go to the dashboard on your page, or you go directly to this YouTube channel. And of course, I'll just give it a dislike. People are expressing their concerns like this. It's not about kids, it's about control. And people are really telling them how bad this decision is. So the summary of this video is that, first of all, it takes a look at your watch history, meaning things that you have watched, things that you have liked, things you have commented on, and if it notices that you are watching content that is meant for kids. Now, what is an example of content made for kids? So an example of how to know content that is made for kids is this. So we're on SpongeBob's official YouTube channel, and if you scroll down, you can see that you cannot download it and neither can you save it as well. That is one sign. And the next sign is that when you scroll down, you see Try YouTube Kids, an app made for children. And the most glaring thing to notice is that the comments will be completely turned off. But the two things that you need to note are the comments will be turned off and you see Try on YouTube Kids. But now if you go and search for a show like iCarly, if you go and search for it and you go and watch it on Nick Rewind, you see that even though it's more or less a kids show, it's not meant for kids in that sense. Because if you go on YouTube, you can see that people can comment. We cannot see the YouTube Kids feature, and we can actually like and save it, unlike the last one. So what they said is that if they notice what you've been watching over the past few years, they'll check how long the account has been created for, and they'll disregard the age you put at first. And when it notices that you are watching children's content, it'll tell you to verify your age, meaning you will need to drop in an ID card or you do video verification, and it'll be graded using AI. And we all know that AI is far from perfect at the very moment, meaning that you may still get labeled as a kid and your account will be gone. Well, if you want to prevent that, I just showed you how, and please do subscribe if you want more updates on this situation and other controversies.